Hello everybody, Steve, your everyday guy here. On today's video, it's a video I took when I went out to the lake about showing you my all-electric setup. Before we get to that video though, go ahead and hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. That way when I post weekly content, you do get updated to my latest videos. Here's a walk around of my boat out of the water. You can see my ladder right there. Got that folded down. Shows you how deep below the water goes. Makes it real easy to get up into the boat. There's my sonar that I've got mounted for my Garmin. Then kind of give you a look on the inside to see how much room there is. You can see the seat set up there. You can see where I've got the D-ring set up so I can have my bumper over there. My fish poles I've got set up there. Then here's my console where I've got my electronics and storage. A little messy, but hey, that's better all over my boat. At the front's my motor mount. I have to take that motor off though when I'm put it on the boat. Don't have room for it. You can see I've got the arm up front for the fish finder if I want to move it up there while I'm out on the lake. And walk around back here. And of course, so you can see I've got my electric trolling motor for my main propulsion. Today I was out of the lake that did not allow gas motors, so that's why I've got that. Over here you can see I've got my bumpers. That way if I want to bump up against the dock, I'm fine. And then right there, I've got my Panoptix Mount. The Panoptix Mount is detachable. I've got a little quick release ring I don't have in there right now. But that just pulls right off. That way I can store that one for travel. Then at the front, you can see where I've got the wires that go up for the trolling motor. I put the protective cover on it. And yeah, that's the setup I've got running today with my all-electric setup. Here's a look inside the console. As you can see, I've got my two batteries down there. That's two 12-volt batteries set up for a 24-volt setup. In the top is where I've got my storage. I've got my emergency battery box as well as my inflator there. I've got my Garmin LiveScope kind of tucked back in there. The nice thing is this can all be locked up. And I've got a lock up top and a lock down below. That way when I'm traveling, I can keep it all in my boat. That way I don't have to move a whole bunch of stuff in and out of it. Really huge time saver when I get to the lake. After going to the lake, I realized my console could use some upgrades. I added one additional rod holder to each side, so there's one on the front and three in the rear. Another addition was a light to the front and the back. This adds just enough illumination to the floor so you don't have to worry about tripping over things when the sun sets. Last but not least, an electrical operations panel was added with 3 different kinds of power ports. If you're enjoying this video or you find it useful, please let me know by hitting the like button. And while you're at it, do not forget to subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I post my latest video. There you can see the ladder folded down. Now it's a little shallow here, so it's not completely extended, but that kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like when it's over the side of the boat. Neat little way to get in and out when you're out at the lake, want to do some swimming, or if you happen to become separated from the boat, you don't have to exhaust yourself trying to get back in. Here's the current configuration I've got working for the day. Since it's just me out on the lake today, I've only got one seat set up here. And then I've got my ladder set right there. I've got my console with my electronics on the inside. There's my mount for my Garmin LiveScope. And if you come ahead and take a look up front, you can see I've got my front mounted trolling motor. On my fish finder, I've got my arm set up. That way I can stand up and get a good view and be able to operate my controls. So you can see I can operate them real easy standing up there, and then I can control my LiveScope while I look. All right, here you can get a look at the back of the boat. You can see I've got plenty of room right there on the floor. Back there's my main motor. I'm going with an all-electric setup today. That is a 24-volt motor I've got on the front. And then I've got a voltage changer on the front for my 12-volt motor. Just kind of give you an idea of my console there. And then right there's my 12-volt motor. One thing I forgot today when I was heading out to the lake was my rod holders. I really wish I had those. Here I am, just kind of cruising up to the dock. Beautiful evening. Amazing temperature. Gorgeous sunset over there.